This is so fabulously 90s. Oh, I found it. Oh my gosh. That's kind of gross. You do not have to keep up with the Joneses in order to have a cozy, inviting home.
A palace of gold, gold, gold. A palace of gold, 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 gold.
Well, hey everyone, it's Natalie. So glad you stopped by my channel to hang out with me today while I do some decluttering and reorganizing of my fall decor collection. I have made a couple of thrift store runs, a couple of eBay vintage purchases. I'm really excited to bring into my collection to round it out for this new house. And I'm gonna be sharing all of that with you along the way in this video. This is a messy to minimal episode, so we're gonna take something that's just a little bit crazy and pare it down and really make it fit into our more simplified home. That's what this series is all about. Oh, and I have a very special announcement to share with you guys a little bit later on that I'm really excited about, and I think you will be too. And that special announcement also comes with a giveaway, so stay tuned, you won't want to miss it. But for now, we're gonna roll up our sleeves. I'm gonna get everything out on the table so I can take stock. We're gonna do some decluttering together, and I am going to do my best to take this collection from being very messy and scattered right now to definitely more minimal and simplified. Okay, so this is everything that I have found so far. I think I might be missing a couple of pieces because I was only able to find this little owl, but I have a fox and a squirrel in this same set that I didn't come across, but I still have to go a little bit deeper through this tote. So this tote, let me go around to the other side so you can see. This is my fall decor tote. This used to house my entire fall decor collection. It worked really well in our old house, and I actually think it still could, because when I open it, I'm realizing it's kind of empty in here, honestly. Oh, look at that. Candy corn. Do I trust that? A little chewy, but still good. Okay, so I thought I would just go through this tote with you guys rather than hold the camera and dive into it so that I can use both hands. Yeah, that's kind of gross. I absolutely love this pumpkin jar. We have had it for years and years. Oh, it broke. No. I don't know. Okay, that one's a big question mark. And unfortunately, we have lots of candy corn in the bottom of this. Don't know why this is in here. I think I'm realizing what's happening with this bin. Last year in our old house, we moved in mid-October, and I had set out all of this fall decor in our old house, and it probably was one of the last things that I packed. And this looks like it was packed pretty carelessly. You know, you get to that point in your moving process where at first you're like meticulously color coding and labeling everything, and then by the end you're just shoving whatever you can into a tote. I'm pretty sure that's what happened here. This is like fridge organizing supplies. Oh, I forgot about this little tear. Are you just like seeing my backside in the mirror? That reminds me of the way Weston helps me film. Whenever he gets behind the camera, there is at least one shot of him just zooming into my rear. I have this cloche, which needs to be cleaned up. This stuff is kind of dusty and dirty. I am glad I am going through this right now, I have to say, because if I was just grabbing this off the shelf in the garage and opening this tote ready to decorate the house, this stuff needs some cleanup. And I know it's because I didn't lovingly and tenderly put it back into the tote like I typically do when I undecorate. This was moving mayhem, for sure. Okay, we have a pumpkin plate. I'm a little embarrassed that stuff is this grimy. Oh, there's candy corn stuck into the wreath. Gross. Ew, and it's like sticky. Ugh, candy corn is gross enough. Okay, let me know in the comments. Do you love candy corn or do you hate it? I feel like you either love it or you hate it. I only love it on Halloween. Hate it the rest of the year. Okay, there's that wreath, which sort of matches. I got these at the same time. I bought these years ago. If you guys have been around long enough to remember when I bought these, then man, you're the real MVP because you have been around a long time. That is garbage. Okay, I have to start like a garbage pile and a donate pile. Love these. That's going with like the picks and the floral. I don't think I could ever. This candy corn is seriously cramping my style. I was going to say, I don't think I can ever part with these little gray pumpkins. This is one of the first things that I ever bought for our home decor. But I'm noticing that one of these needs a little super glue job. Is that part. Ew, I have candy corn under my nail. Gross, dude. Hey, can I just pause and restart the video all over again? Not how I saw this going. So that's another thing that I have to super glue. This is a hot mess. Oh my gosh. But that's okay, you're my friends. You have seen me at my worst and my stickiest. There's Mr. Squirrel. We've had him since the kids were really little. He is missing a foot. It is not in here. He's been missing and it's been long gone for years. We just turn him so you can't see that the foot is missing. That's one way to be a minimalist, just keep a bunch of broken stuff. Thank goodness this survived, this pretty gilded maple leaf plate. I bought this at Michael's years ago. I was shopping for like fall decor and stuff with my sisters and my mom. I have such good memories. We used to do that every year. This one, this little pumpkin plate, it's just not really my style anymore, like that white on white sort of thing. So I think I can declutter this one out, along with this little tray. This was $3. It's called a mini cake stand. $3 from the Target dollar spot. More like the $3 spot. I don't have a use for this, and I don't like to keep things on hand just in case. That is definitely one of my more minimalist philosophies, if we're really talking about that. Unless I can think of an actual use for it within like 30 seconds of like pondering, then it's probably not something that I need. I didn't even know it was in here. I did know this was in here, but I am already prepared to part with it after I wash it up a little bit. Don't donate dirty things. Also think it's time to say goodbye to this set, the third one. I can't even remember, maybe it was like a yellowy, maybe I'll just keep the green one. It's another thing that I've learned is don't be afraid to break up a set. If some of the set doesn't work for you, maybe one part of it will. It's not all or nothing. I'm gonna set the green one aside to see what I think about that when I take a second pass. But the little crate and the more orangey amber, which this isn't even real amber glass. I have some vintage amber glass that will take priority over keeping this one. I don't need it. I don't have a use for it. Along with, I mean, ugh. Okay, we're gonna clean that out at another time. Right now, I just need to focus on getting through this stuff. So I'm putting things kind of into their respective category. So if it's like a wreath, it goes in the wreath category, which I only have these two. And it's the same stinking wreath that I've had for so long. And then I sort of have a category here of like, if I can get it, picks and florals. Got some of these ball little, I think they're supposed to be Billy Ball. They're faux. And I bought these because I couldn't find the actual dried ones. These are the actual flowers, they're dried. Happy to report they do not stink anymore. The first year that I got these, which was, I believe, 2020, they reeked. I couldn't find them last year, and this year they don't stink anymore. So I'm gonna put those in because I would much rather go with something that's real than sort of the imitation. But someone else might like these. So these are going in the donate pile. And then I also have my Thanksgiving paper banner. It has the different words. I think it says give thanks on it. These are very sweet, special, sentimental. The Thanksgiving banner was the first piece of seasonal decor that I ever purchased. And that was the first year that Weston and I were married. So that was 10 years ago. This will be the 10th year of setting this one out. Definitely keeping that one. Pillows, let's see. We have pumpkin pillow and we have turkey pillow. Those are the only two like fall seasonal pillows that I put on my couch. And then this Get Cozy pillow, I love this. I got this several years ago. I put this on our bed. I found it, oh my gosh, I was scared that I didn't know where this was because it wasn't part of my like coffee making. I have like a little tote of coffee video stuff that I do. and I couldn't find my hedgehog mug, but look, he turned up in a very random bin. This fits sort of into the pillow category. It's the one fall blanket that we have. We used to have a hedgehog blanket as well. We still have it. It's just the cat's blanket now. They love it out in our bonus room. So they have that one, and then this one is for us. It has little woodland creatures on it and pumpkins and leaves, and it's super cute. Definitely gonna throw that through the wash though before we start using it. Okay, so not including a couple of new things that I got, which I'll show you in a second. This is my entire fall collection that I'm holding on to, and I'll note that this stuff isn't being set out all at the same time. I decorate for fall and for Christmas actually in waves. So the first wave of fall is a wreath on the door, a couple of little knickknacks, maybe some fairy lights, maybe some of these sprigs in a vase, and then I call it good. But then as the season progresses, we add a little bit more pumpkin-y stuff, and then of course we get into more of like the Thanksgiving time. We'll swap things out. It sort of flexes and ebbs and flows throughout the season. Not all of this is out at once, but I like to see the collection, like the things that have stood the test of time and stayed for years and years. I have such a connection to some of these things that it's an easy yes for me to keep them. And then I am happy about the easy no's, the things that I can say goodbye to without feeling bad about it. Except this is the one thing, this jar that unfortunately, like my Scotch tape job to keep it in there failed us for the moving. This was just a moving fail, and I'm really sad about saying goodbye to this, but I can't even find the piece that broke off, and this edge is really sharp. Such good memories. I just remember bringing this out and the kids getting so excited to have like little candy corn and treats and stuff in there. So maybe I can replace that with something else. That's the only thing that makes me kind of sad. Everything else I am happy to say goodbye to. It served me for its time, and now it's time to pass it on to someone else who can enjoy it. And can I just say that I am shocked that there are like 0 bugs in this, no sugar ants, nothing. Tote apparently was pretty well sealed. It was just mayhem in there. Now that I've gone through everything and the decluttering is done and I've taken stock of what I've got, I think the only thing that I need to purchase now is just a couple of sets of fairy lights. That is one of those more consumable things that breaks throughout the year. It like wears down or it gets broken. So that is literally the only thing on my list. But I did make a few purchases at the thrift store, on eBay. I have a couple of things from my grandma's place that I inherited that I'm excited to share with you. But before I do, I just want to make a very exciting announcement. Well, it's exciting to me. Maybe some of you will be excited too. I don't want to hype this up too much. My website is going live in its full form on October 1st. This has been a long time coming. I have wanted to do like a blog website for years. I did sort of a slow open, a soft open to the website, if you will, back in the new year. Life did that topsy-turvy thing and some things were pushed to the back burner. But over the summertime, me and a couple of people that I have brought on to my team have been hard at work getting it put together for you guys, and it feels so exciting to me that I actually get to release it and to like make the website go live in the fall time. I am such a fall time girl. Without sounding too chuggy, autumn is my love language. Let's just put it that way. And so being able to write from the heart and share recipes and blog posts and printables and stuff with you guys on a website is something that I've always wanted to do and something that I'm so grateful I get to do and get to start doing this year for you guys. So there is a link in my description box that you can go sign up for the email list. Many of you have actually already done that. When you get on that list, you'll be the first to know when the website is live and up and running. I will have sort of a little repertoire of some blog posts that I've been working on that will go live on that day as well. So you'll have a few things to read through. Obviously, it's a blog, so things are only going to continue to be added to the website. I'm hoping to have coordinating blog posts with videos that go up over time, and it will just build and build, and I'll be able to share a bit more than what I'm able to do in my videos. It's just like sort of an extra thing, and I'm keeping it 100% free, completely accessible. Right now, there's no exclusive content or memberships or anything like that, kind of like I do here on my YouTube channel. It's 100% free for you guys, and your support and interest in it means the world to me. And I would like to host a giveaway for this video to thank you for all of that love and support. Just comment below with hashtag back to fall and let me know in that comment what you would like to see on my website, what you're hoping to see. Is it printables? Is it recipes? Is it little articles and blog posts about minimalism? Would you like to see some like mommy outfit inspiration? Let me know what you would like to see. That would really help me out, and I will pick 2 winners to each win a $100 Amazon gift card. I'll pick winners a week from when this video goes up, and the giveaway, like all of my giveaways, is open internationally. So thank you guys so much for all the love and for the patience as I have been working to get this website off the ground. Even the day that it goes up, it will still be a work in progress, but I'm excited to finally get it started. Okay, who is ready for a little fall decor haul? So there's this pumpkin candle base. It's like a candle holder that you would put a votive or like a hurricane candle in. Also found this 50 cents, and it's like this very subtle amber glass, which I think is just beautiful. How cute. And they're like real iron. They're heavy. You can't tell on camera, but these are like heavy duty things, and they have these little round feet on the bottom. These are like really nice. They're very nicely made. You can tell when something's not like cheapy. Okay, I also found this little garland. I don't know if this is vintage. I found it at the thrift store. I don't think it is. But it's cute. It's just sort of like this little metal beaded sort of berry garden, and it's got wire in it. And let's see, how much did it cost? $1.50. And it even has like one of those little claspy clips on the end, only on one end. I don't know, I could hang that over a mirror or like over a side table or something. I thought that was really pretty. And it's not typical. It doesn't look like one of those like, oh, she got it at Michael's sort of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like to hunt a little deeper to find things that not everyone else has in their houses. That's just one of the ways that I like to dress my home and keep it just a little bit unique, and just sort of put like the Natalie stamp on things. When you shop at thrift stores, you're more likely to find stuff that other people can't, which totally goes against what all of the influencers tell you to do, which is find things that you can link. Sorry, I can't link this stuff for you guys. I guess I'm a bad influencer, but I don't even like to be called an influencer, so I guess that's a win. Oh, this piece. Oh, I found this. I was having a particularly sad day or low day in my grief journey after losing my grandma last year, and especially like during the holidays and the change of seasons, it hits me even harder. And the song that we sang at my grandma's memorial, it was actually also the song that we sang at my grandpa's memorial a couple of years earlier, was "It Is Well With My Soul." And I have a version of this song play at the end of my videos, sort of like as the outro in a lot of my videos, because it is just so near and dear to my heart, and it's my life's song. A song that I loved long before we sang it at my grandparents' funeral. In fact, we used to sing it for my grandparents. They loved it. When I have 3 sisters and we all harmonize together, and it's a really sweet song that we do. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. That's just the first verse. If I start reading the others, I will start crying. But it was just one of those days that I was feeling really, really down. And then I found this at the thrift store. It just reminded me that it is well with my soul, and it's okay to grieve, and it's okay to be sad. And even though I miss her, it is well with my soul. I think I have shown you guys this one before. I think this was in my, I almost put this in our bathroom that we remodeled. There just wasn't, it was just the wrong size. But I'm including it in this video because I think I'm going to decorate for fall with it, because it is obviously an autumn scene with these birch trees that are all orange. This is an original painting, like this is real paint. And it's beautifully framed and it looks vintage, but also still like it could fit in with my style. I don't go full vintage. I have what some people might call like a transitional style, where I love to mix old and new together. And this picture is just gorgeous. So I intend to hang it on that spot right there, this little blank wall. I think I'm going to hang that painting right there. That is everything that I got at the thrift store. Now I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I got from eBay. So do you guys remember a couple videos ago, Weston built us that haul tree, which is like this little entry unit. It has a bench on it. It has hooks for guests' jackets and purses and diaper bags and that sort of a thing. We have some cubbies up at the top with baskets in them. And then there's some storage in the bottom for the kids' shoes. And I thought that would actually be the perfect place to put together a little spot for seasonal stuff. It can be overwhelming to look at your whole house and go, where do I even put the decor? But for me, I like to pick like little spots around the house where I switch stuff out. That way it kind of takes the guesswork out of where to even put decor, if that makes sense. So I have like the one pillow that I put on my couch, or the seasonal candle that I put in our guest bathroom, blanket that's seasonal draped over the arm of the couch, etc. I like to pick a couple of spots, and I thought the little bench area in this haul tree that Weston built would be the perfect spot to have a little seasonal pillow. And speaking of my grandma, she actually used to do the same thing. So I guess I'm taking inspiration from her. My mom does the same thing. She has a couple of little pillows that she'll switch out. She has like this little heart-shaped pillow that she puts there for Valentine's Day. And it was one of those things that I always loved to see, like how she would swap things out. And I would watch how my grandma would do that too in her little entry bench. So I wanted to get things that were a little like on the granny side, like little needlework, carpet bag style tapestry little pillows. So I have this one that says give thanks. This will be saved until the Thanksgiving season, but then this one just came in. I actually haven't looked at it yet. Oh, it's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I also got this one on eBay too. This is so fabulously 90s. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So it has a little scarecrow and crows flying around him, some jack-o'-lanterns there in the bottom, a little leaf border. This is totally something that my piano teacher would have in her house when I was taking lessons from her when I was growing up. How cute is that? So this will just like sit there and be the thing that I swap out in that corner of the house. I also ordered a vintage pillow for Easter, or like springtime, that I can swap out. And I ordered one for Christmas time, but you'll have to stay tuned for my Christmas decor video that I do. I won't spoil that one then. I think that might have cat hair on it. Probably worth a good little scrub down. It's one of the things about getting used, like secondhand or vintage stuff. Sometimes things smell a little funky or have a little bit of cat hair. We're hoping it's cat hair on it. But you can find some real gems like this one. This might not be special to anyone else. You might not get it. Actually, let me take it out of the plastic. So this is an original playbill sort of ad. I think it was in like a newspaper or a magazine. This is the backside of it, from the time that The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, that movie, came out. My Echo is telling me that it was 1959, around that time. This is vintage from that. How cool. So I have watched these two movies. It's like a duo of like shorter movies put together. They're always shown together. I have watched this since I was probably like 2 or 3 years old. every single Halloween night, and I have continued to do that into my adulthood. When Weston joined our family and we were dating, we made him watch it. Now he can quote the whole thing. Our kids watch it, whether it's we go over to my mom and dad's and watch it. Last year actually my mom and dad came here and we all watched it together. And so I don't do a lot of like spooky decor. I don't really like that. We don't really do that for our family, but when it comes to like something Halloween-y, this is what I picked up. And it's just this cute little playbill that I'll probably put into a frame that I thrifted, and I'll hang that up for that fun night. Also goes along with it. Look at this. This isn't vintage. Someone recreated the little newspaper clipping from the Adventures of Mr. Toad movie when he gets arrested for stealing a car. I know this is so niche and probably a bit obscure, but everyone in my family would get this. Something fun to do. I was so happy to find those. I actually shared that on my Instagram a few days ago. That is everything that I got from eBay. And then of course the thrift store. And I just want to show you a couple of things I got from my grandma after she passed away. A couple of things were passed on to me, and I am so very just grateful to have these things to remember her by. I remember being in her house and seeing these little wooden plaques she would set out every season. She very much loved decorating for the different seasons, and she was someone who did go all out, and I loved it as a kid, as her grandkid. So she had this one for the spring, this one for the summer. I haven't set these out yet in my own home. I wanted to start with the autumn one. I just remember this one so much. This was so fun. And I remember the winter one. Look at how cute that is with the snow and the snowman. And I love that it's not specifically Christmas. It's winter. I think the little pilgrim man is in my other tote over there, but I have this little set of pilgrim man and woman that were my grandma's as well, so I got that one. This isn't from my grandma's. This is something that my mom sets out every year, and it's these little votive candles. On Thanksgiving morning, she would like put a little tea light in these, and there's also this one. She put a little tea light in these and light them up on our breakfast table, and we would watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, little turkey and pumpkins, and so she had these like scattered across the table, and I just remember thinking like, this is the best morning of the year. I love Thanksgiving morning even more than Christmas morning. Even when I was a kid, there's just something about it, like waking up and eating breakfast together and having those little candles on the table. So I got some of these candles. I found them on eBay. I don't know how I found them because it was very difficult to like type in a search term to find these specific ones, but I did. I found them, and they are just so special. And we are hosting Thanksgiving this year, and so those are going on the kids' table for our Thanksgiving meal. In spite of this video's rocky start, we sure ended up in a good place. So everything, I'm happy to report, fit into one tote. That's including the new stuff that I thrifted. I'll probably store my wreaths in a different spot just so they don't get crunched in the tote, but everything's fitting nicely with room to spare. And then I have this little box put together of the stuff that I'm donating. I'm sure I'm going to find this candy corn for weeks to come. People say that decorating for Christmas is messy, but man, have you ever decorated for fall? There is stuff everywhere. But look at that. I am still a one tote gal. This makes me so happy. But just a reminder, it is not about the number of things that you have in your collection or how much money you spend or how much you go all out. You can keep things super simple and still have a cozy, homey environment in your place. Don't need to go out and buy new stuff or swap out your whole collection every year. This is the season that is like full steam ahead to the holidays where things are being marketed to us, and I just want to give you permission that you don't have to keep up with the Joneses in order to have a cozy home that has some fun little things and knickknacks in it. You don't have to break the bank to be cozy, and I'm so glad about that. And I'm really happy with the stuff that I found to add to my collection. It is such a blessing to me to have things from my grandma's home that I get to add to my collection this year. I am so looking forward to decorating this house for fall for the first time ever. And that video is coming out next week. So I hope to see you back here for that, as well as see you over on my website in that email list. Be sure to sign up for that email list so you're the first to know when the website does go live. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Cheers to a new season, new beginnings, new seasons. Thank you so much for spending a little part of your day here with me on my channel, and I'll catch you later.